Hey, I'm gonna be recording this session with SDVisualizer. This is a thesis application I made for my graduate program, which I completed in 2016. The version you're gonna see is revised from the original application. Not sure if I can get to that original application on another computer. Not sure. But check out what I have. If it can launch. Let's see if it launches. It launches. What you have is an MP3 player that starts off, and let's listen to what we have here. Some different beats. Yeah, you can scrub with this handle. You can scrub the audio. There's one beat. Here's some that are 90 BPMs, some that are 80. Let's go through the different stuff on here. This MP3 player comes up just because it's like iTunes somewhat, but a little bit different. You know, I'm using the mouse wheel to scroll down a little bit here. You can add songs if you know how to add them to the right folder. I did that for these two tracks, which weren't part of the original install. Sequencer. Let's just make it quick. Use the kicks, the snares. I just do 4 and 4, like layer all the sounds to make it louder. Let's do some hi-hats. Let's see how that sounds. It's at 67 BPM, so it's real slow. But you can double it. And you can nudge here, plus 0.1 and minus 0.1. There's a special feature. Oh wait, I shouldn't have done that one. That's stopping the MP3 player. Yeah, so the MP3 player is part of the sequencer when you choose. Let's say, for example, we want to make this 92, right? Because this Cool Drums Man thing is 92 BPM. So if we choose, first of all we gotta bring it back. Okay, so we choose and MP3 and play. Should have played that already, but let's try that. I had to nudge it into place because it's not a true DAW. And I can change the volume of the MP3 player. Okay, that's enough of that. You get the point of that. When you get to the visualizer in a second, I'll show you how the sequencer and MP3 player come into play as a unified system. Drum pad, okay, they don't work with the mouse, but they do work with that's the drum pad. And actually you can bring up a separate window. Again, it doesn't work with the mouse because I think when I was trying to work this out, I don't know if I ran into a problem trying to do the mouse and touchscreen at the same time. Like I think I ran out of time to continue coding it, because what I was gonna do next was set up a type of if condition, if then condition, so that if you're not going to use a touchscreen, it's going to be able to use the mouse and implement that. I don't remember if I ran into a problem with that or not. This is quite some time ago that I revamped this. So let's move on to the visualizer. The visualizer has, let's count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 visualizations, and then you have this one here, this main one on the screen, so that's 20 vises. And these star things, I'm not sure what happened to that, because I had them on and installed on a separate system, and I lost access to that system. So when I lost access to that installer, I gotta talk about that. Waves, which can be covered by another visualization, and you can push one to the foreground or whatever. Then you have this, like you can you put that on top of that. Of course it's covering the buttons here, but that's interesting. That just started on its own. Probably because did I go down here and it started? No, I think there was a certain frame that it would start. This is a 3D matrix, so it spins. It's going through. Is somebody hacking my system? Get rid of that. This instrumental I had chosen for somebody, for a few people actually, and somebody's hacking my system. Let's keep going. No, let's not show that. Piano roll. It's like the sectors of a compact disc. None of my compact discs work anymore. I don't know why that is. You know, lasers don't work forever. You got to get new lasers. Basically, this was supposed to be a new type of turntable that I invented, but of course not an invention because compact discs already do what I'm doing here. It's just that they don't make the sound the way these piano rolls are built. They have that high-pitched read sound. You know, when the sectors are being read by the laser. I had that Z depth. Basically, you click here on some points, and then you can change the 3D extrusion. Right here, I didn't cover this area because I was just learning how to basically deal with you know, how these extrusions work. It goes into the lower bounds, upper bounds. I think here it plays with the scale. You see the scale is being reduced. And you can add another extrusion, like you know, add another one and another one. You know, it's glitchy, like the other ones disappeared. And I think there's a way that I can delete these. Oh, delete. Okay, so I deleted all of them. So I had that 2D, 3D. This is just basically a sphere made from squares in Z depth, like using some kind of rotation tool or something in Flash, but that doesn't even exist in the newer version in Animate. You can't rotate in 3D anymore. At least not that I saw. And of course, you gotta subscribe to Animate, like it's ridiculous. Curve 3D. You start a drawing. You can fill it. You can start to edit the control points. Stop editing, fill it again. You can edit the square points on the end here. I'll call them squares, but like the, you know, control points, the vertices on the edges here, control points on the sides there. I forgot what these two do. Maybe they hide or whatever. Hide? Yeah, hide. Show. You finish it, and then you play it. It spins around. You can print this to a PDF, like this shape or whatever, or to a PNG or something. I don't know. Print a PDF if you save it to a PNG. I'm not gonna do that, but So what am I showing? The curve. So let me hide that. Hello timer. This word type is what you see here. If I change this to hey, hey. And reset it, it's gonna make a sound. Here, let's see, and make this to hey. That was my math teacher. And of course, nothing. What happened? It did not register. Oh, I see. Now it registers. It didn't replace the text. But of course, now it's frozen. I'm not sure why. That sound is being generated by a mathematical curve. Both of those actually. Not really a curve, but like a sequence of numbers in a for loop. One is a sample that is going through, and one is a sequence. And I can't remember which one is which. Or they might both be sequences and might both be samples. I don't quite remember. But I know that I was able to do something with a sequence iteration in a for loop. And I thought that was pretty special, that I was able to generate a sound in a computer program that way. C-Dance, this is where you have to play, or you draw something on the screen here, and you play the beat and press go. And this also works with the sequencer. Like if you play this, and go back to the visualizer. Okay, maybe it doesn't work with it. Maybe it only works with the MP3 player. That's interesting. Well, it doesn't list as having a sound key. The speaker and the non-speaker buttons indicate that there's a sound key for that visualization, and I didn't show that in the first three up here. But I'm going to show it in the main viz here. Let's see here. C-Dance. Oh, no. Dupe. Dupe is a show. So, what am I? Let's dupe something. And play it. Play. Oh, let me bring that back up. So it's dancing. Stop, delete. Okay. Stop. Yeah. These are the points where I clicked. Is there a way I can draw it on here? Yeah, I draw it. So, and I dupe that, and let's play. That was a glitch. I had to click play second time. Delete that. Canvas, VizCanvas and Canvas are similar, but the Canvas is a separate one in this application also. So let's see what VizCanvas does. Draw with a pencil. Can I do anything with the pencil here? Oh, triangle. I have to make a triangle. Yeah. And of course, then there's a glitch with that because it. Okay. Now what do I do? Scaling. Doesn't have a sound key on it, so it's not gonna do anything special. But when you get to the canvas one, you can, you know, there's other features to it, and I'll show that to you once I finish these. Let's hide that. Thick line CVS. Maybe there's not other features in that canvas. This is what I was thinking of. Let's make it bigger. Not that big. Let's make it this big. I worked on this the other day, and I swear I was gonna memorize what was in my application. Okay, here. It's not with a sound key, it just animates. Yeah, okay, so I've got the red that pauses it and the yellow that goes. And it's not, doesn't go according to the sound key with the sequencer. This is something that can go over the top of your waves. Yeah. Over top of that stuff. Yeah. So I'll hide that. I'll hide this. Circle anim. So you got to click. Here it says click twice on the screen, then change the value of A. Change this value here where it says A. That's just a placeholder. So click, 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 click. Let's do 30. Let's do 40. Let's do 400. Wow. If you do, that's pretty wild. It's asymmetrical. 120. Not sure what the magic number is. 121. And 120.2. 1.3. Huh? 0.1. 0.05. 07. 09. 08. 120.08. And I'm not sure why that made a sound. That's interesting. This one was a separate application that I had shown on, let me hide that, on a Vimeo channel. Basically, if you're playing a beat, let me find another beat to play because I don't want to overdo that. So go back to the MP3 player. Let's do experiments. See, this works with the mouse and the finger, the touch screen. So basically what I was doing was, let me pause this. Basically what I was doing was playing a grid which had a visual representation to it, visual equivalent of all the different images that I had uploaded to that little mini app. Let me go back to the visualizer. So Machinations Grid Play, that's what that was. So I'll hide that. The hex toy, this one is a piece from the origami that I do. Where's my origami? It's one of these pieces. There's 6 to make it go into a cubic fashion, and basically you can play this with the sequencer. That'll be the best thing to do. And of course I think I have to turn on the sound key, so let me go back here. Yeah, sound key. You see how it pops, so let's see what happens now. It just snaps back into place. Yeah. So, you know, depending on how fast it's playing or whatever, if you got a more complicated beat, it might visualize a little bit better. Let's do this last visualization here. And basically you click on a letter. So let's do the word apple. Why not? Let's choose a font and let's choose a position. That's A. You can mix fonts, but I'll just do consistent fonts here. And I'll skip one and go to P. Skip one again. Skip one again. And skip one again. And apple was the word I was choosing in my thesis defense in my midpoint review book. But you can play this with the sound key. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm choosing the wrong one. The sound key's down here. And it doesn't have to only be that one, it could be the sequencer also. And of course you could probably do both at the same time. That's really wild. Oh, my push play thing is gonna pause the play. The pause button is for pause. It's like on old tape decks. You hit play twice, it just keeps playing. You gotta hit the pause button or hit the stop button. So that's that. The viz, which one was it this one? Yeah, that one had a sound key on it also, so that would basically scale this whole thing up I was only playing with scale, not rotation. And there's other things that you can do. You don't have to do. You don't only have to do scale and rotation. You can do shear. You can do, non-linear animation, like make it go into a curve or whatever. Like that's kind of what I was doing with the C dance thing here. But you can get really inventive, especially if you use a program like Houdini, which is tailored to doing all kinds of visual effects and visual animation synced to music. It's got a whole section called chops, which you can actually do a lot of audio effects in there for something that's basically tailored to be a visual program. It's really well rounded. Touch Designer is as well, but Houdini is more tried and true, and Touch Designer still has a long way to go for it to match the level of I don't want to say accuracy, but there's something special about what you can do with sound in Houdini that you can't do anywhere else that I've heard of. And I don't know a lot. I mean, I've used Maya, Power Animator. I've used a little bit of Blender. I'm like just scratching the surface. I don't know much about that. 3D Studio Max, I'm not too familiar with. I tried it out for a brief period, but I think the trial was like 7 days or something like that. I didn't get very far. It's not intuitive for me. You can, like I said, you can mix and match fonts. Like if you choose a different font here, you see I changed the last letter. You gotta subtract in order to choose a different type of font here. Let's choose 3. Let's choose 2. Let's choose 1. These are all fonts that are authored. There's nothing, these are all original fonts here. And then I basically turn them into PNGs. Like it's not a 3D extrusion directly and mathematically in Flash. Like this is a rendering from Houdini that I imported as a PNG render and stored for access by the program. So Canvas, did we go into that? Oh, there are features. Yeah. What are these features? I don't remember. I think it was something that I was starting to do and it didn't. I didn't get far enough, or maybe it doesn't work here. Oh, changing colors. Yeah. It doesn't work here, I don't think, because let's do I draw. Oh yeah, I can draw triangles. Okay. And I think I have to. Yeah, it changes colors. So yeah, okay. But I don't know what these things do. Oh, those show the. This other stuff does. It's been so long. Drum pad X. Oh no, why is that still showing? Is that gonna enter? That's not gonna. Let me get rid of this stuff here. Clear. I can't clear. Oh, okay, clear. Can't clear that line. Well, cross the line. Okay. Back to me. And this brings up a drum pad. Here you can basically shift around the part at which it chops. Interesting that I chose this up here to stop it. I thought I would have to choose this. That's funny. That was a mistake that worked. A happy accident. Oh yeah, no loop, one loop, and continue. That's for the MP3 player. You can basically, once the song comes to an end, you can either have it no loop, it just stops. You could loop that one song, or you could hit continue and it'll loop through this whole entire list, and then go back to the top. It'll play the whole list and go back to the top, and then keep looping. Like loop all, loop one, or loop none in iTunes. And I think from here you can control the sequencer also. I don't think this changes the BPMs of the song. I'm not that advanced. It's not about being advanced. It's about not having enough storage space. Like I would have had to have created a matrix of these tunes at different BPMs in order to the way, basically faking it the way I did with the visualizer on this this one. Hello, yeah. And that's a very heavy application. That's why I paused like that. Anyway, this has a lot of potential to do a lot of great things, but I don't know at what point I'm at in my life to be able to continue this right now. But this was a really exciting thing for me to do in my life, to be able to code something in a language that I didn't know. It took me a very long time to finish grad school because I had to learn everything from scratch, and then they wanted me to take all these extra classes and all this other stuff. I couldn't get right to the nitty-gritty right away, and the learning curve was pretty high for me, even coming from Houdini. Like Houdini was node-based for me, but I don't know how to code in Houdini. Even though learning HScript was something I started to do, then they moved towards Python, and I don't get along. I don't even understand how to access Python with the Python scripts that they have. Like the script examples, the HScript makes more sense to me, but they deprecated it, so it's just too bad. It's sort of like it was cannibalized, like trying to code JavaScript in Adobe Illustrator. Like doesn't work all the time for me. I don't know JavaScript very well. ActionScript, that's what this was coded in. That's the closest I got. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you next time.